whatever their goals are.
You're only on for a short time, unfortunately. We're in the Fiction to Function mini conference. What skills or knowledge are you going to be able to share with us on the day?
I think one of the biggest skills we have to be able to understand is observation.
Mm.
And Jeff, how many times have you seen a client where there's been things that have really sort of stood out in your mind, and you want to go there, but you've gone, you know what? Let's just see how, if I unravel this section, how it affects that section and a section maybe below it.
Mm.
And that's a really, really important skill that I want to develop and evolve, and we can do it quite easily on the day, because I'm going to show you some things that we can do that will make observing the body, not necessarily just through vision, but also through using other senses like hearing.
Mm.
Once you start to observe the body has all the answers if we listen to what the body's telling us. That's a really important one.
Mm.
But to observe, you have to have a thing that's very important called humility. So quite often I explain to the people who come to my workshops, we wear quite a lot of different hats, and I want to take your science-based cap or hat off, or your education hat off, and I want you to put it down on the desk for this next hour and a half. Because if we do, what that's going to allow us to do now is to observe the body, observe the movement, observe the reaction, observe how the person's feeling, which will then glean a lot of information to us, and we can now start to make a decision on whether we go in one direction or the other, because we've suspended all expectation. If we have our education hat on, we will sometimes apply some sort of strategy with an expectation of where they should be. That won't impede where they're going to actually get to.
Mm.
So, if we have observation, if we have the humility to listen to what the observation, to what the challenge, to what the strategy is giving or feeding us, then what we're really creating is an open mind. If that person has an open mind, 9 times out of 10, the client's going to walk away with a smile on their face, with the freedom to move, with the decrease in pain or discomfort, and all of a sudden now you've just built a rapport and a relationship that will be ongoing.
Oh, that's fantastic. So this will translate straight into someone's practice, whether they're a personal trainer, osteo, chiro, massage therapist. They can take away this as an actual skill.
Absolutely. What you have to do in everything we do these days, there can be no time that you just go into a session for information. If there are not tools you can take away, as far as I'm concerned, because I am nothing more than a problem solver, what can I empower the attendee to take away that will allow them to go and apply tomorrow in their very first session and get an instant change? And that's what I will do. I will give you some tools that will allow you to do that. I will basically look at the ground principles of movement. I'll look at the 3 major complexes, the ankle, the hip, and the thoracic spine. I'll look at why the body reacts the way it does and what affects the body, what creates the reaction: gravity, ground force, mass, and momentum. We'll talk about how the body loads and unloads, and we'll feel that. Because if we don't feel that, then we can't teach that. It's huge in understanding 3-dimensional movement, and that's called rhythm and timing.
Oh.
If we don't understand that the timing of each of those major complexes is important, because if the timing of each of those major complexes is correct, then all of a sudden that force dissipation gets spread amongst the body, it become very, very effective, which means now the rhythm of the body can accept great forces and just mitigate it, which